Once your players have mastered footwork, body, and stick positioning, only then should you begin focusing on stick checking. Stick checks should only occur if the defender is 90% sure she can successfully and legally execute the check, she knows she will not give up body position, and she will be in control of her stick at all times during the check. The most valuable defenders on your team are not the ones who swing their stick the most, but the ones who are quick-footed, have great body positioning, and are able to take away space from an attacker. Stick checking always comes after this. Also, as a coach, please be aware that there are modifications on checking for youth play that may differ from what you are used to at the scholastic level. Watch the following video to learn how to teach proper stick checking.
Hi, I'm Kelly Berger. Stick checking.
U.S. Lacrosse addresses stick checking and rules for safe play in the official rules for girls youth lacrosse. These rules, written and endorsed by U.S. Lacrosse and its Youth Council, indicate that players below the 7th grade level, levels B and C, should not stick check. Modified checking, checking the stick only if it's below shoulder level, the check must be made in a downward direction and away from the body, is allowed in level A. These rules have been introduced with safety as a consideration of utmost importance. Umpires and coaches should strictly enforce this rule, never allowing checks near a player's head or face. Stick checking is a potentially dangerous skill to introduce to young players who are still developing their motor and stick handling skills. In their attempt to make stick-to-stick contact, stick-to-body contact could occur, which is both dangerous and illegal. For Level A, youth rules and higher levels of play, stick checking should only be introduced after proper defensive body positioning is taught and mastered. The player must understand that in order to check safely and within the rules of the game, her feet, body, and stick must be in a good position before a stick check can be attempted. Checking is the last defensive skill that should be taught. For the safety of the players, the importance of control at all times when checking must be stressed, and no leniency should be tolerated. When checking, the defender's main objective is to dislodge the ball from an opponent's stick. Essentially, the stick check is a snapping motion. The defender snaps her stick down to make contact with her opponent's stick and then quickly snaps her stick back to release. The wrists, not the arms, are most important in executing an effective check. Wrist, yes. Arms, no. All checking motions must be controlled, both before and after attempted contact, to be deemed legal. A. Teaching the skill. Key details: grip and positioning of hands, snap motion, work the wrists, not the arms. Remember, players are checking, not swinging their stick. Soften the grip by allowing the fingertips to control the check. The top hand controls the motion and the bottom hand serves as the base. The thumb is extended so it's pointing up the stick shaft. The remaining fingers are curled around the pole. The top hand is no higher than 2/3 of the way down the stick. It's not right next to the bottom hand. If they're too close, you give up control. It's no higher than 2/3 of the way down because defenders don't want to limit their reach, throw themselves off balance, or inhibit the range of motion of the top arm. When holding the stick up, the open part of the stick head will be facing to the left, or some defenders like to keep the open stick head facing toward them while trying to connect with an opponent's stick. With the stick head already open, defenders are able to drop it immediately into a position to pick up a ground ball. This technique also gives more surface area from the stick to connect with an opponent's stick.
In the crate.